lovelies. Today we are going to be setting up my new Hobonichi cousin Avec. So I am ditching my original Hobonichi cousin. It got pretty thick and I made the mistake of pasting too many things near the spine, so now it's kind of falling apart and I really don't want to lose any of the pages that I journaled in. So I'm going to step out of this for the second half of the year and move into an Avec. So as far as my planner lineup goes, I am still going to be using my traveler's notebook for memory keeping and commonplacing. So I was thinking of moving into the A6 version of the Hobonichi cousin since I just finished an A6 notebook and I have this empty cover lying around. I did not realize that there were no weekly pages, and I really like the vertical weekly format, and that was my fault for not reading the description or even thinking about it. I just assumed they were both the same, just a different size. So when I realized there was no weekly, I went on to see if there was a vertical insert for my traveler's notebook, and I couldn't find it anywhere. It was sold out, and I really didn't want to manually write in the dates or anything. So I just decided to purchase an A5 version and utilize the A6 for something entirely different, which will be my new prayer and spiritual notebook. I found that I miss keeping a spiritual notebook separately, so I'm going to be using the A6 Avec for that one. For the A5 version, I decided to go ahead and purchase a new cover for it as well. I really love the one-piece cover. I spent so much time in this one, but I figured why not try one of the butterfly closure covers to see if I like it. And I really love the spring release covers. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because it's floral and I like that fabric feel to it. So I thought, why not? This cover isn't the same cottony feel. It's more of like a polyester, but it's still really nice to touch. I like the different green tones and the beiges and the soft blush pinks. I really like the floral embossing as well. So I figured, why not? It's nice for the spring and summer, and it's super lightweight. I'm sure I'll be hopping back and forth from the one-piece cover to this cover whenever I feel like. So I already opened this up since I did purchase this one from Amazon, and sometimes the corners can get pretty dinged up or really bent, and I wanted to make sure I had a nice one before I started setting this up and recording too. And I crumpled up the extra pages. I really don't care for them. I already tested out the new paper and I'm okay with it. And this one is the Japanese version. My original cousin was the English version, and honestly I don't mind it because it still has the dates. It is the same exact Monday start. It has a lot of English in it. I wonder if that's just common for Japanese planners or if they like accommodated English speakers. I typically split the pages in half and do prayers on one side and a sort of long form journaling on the other side, which kind of gave me some limited space, but I did get to enjoy having everything in one place. But this time I'm going to be using that A6 version for my prayers and keeping it all separate, which I feel like I'm gonna enjoy it a lot better since this is something I am very used to. I kind of got frustrated having it all in one place because sometimes my prayers needed more space, or sometimes I wanted to write a lot more about my day and it just looked a little wonky. I don't know, it's just a visual preference for me. So in this Hobonichi cousin, it's gonna be just for me. I'm gonna write anything and everything I want and include tons of photos. I'm gonna not limit myself to just writing only good things. I want to be really honest with my journaling and not separate everything so much. I still have my traveler's notebook memory keeper, which is a super small blurb about the day, and I could use that to keep it super positive for me and my family to look back on. But for the Hobonichi cousin, I want to keep it for me. It's mine, and I don't feel like having a totally separate notebook for any bad feelings I may have had, because this is real life. You have good days, bad days, and sometimes there's good and bad in just one single day. And why not record it if it's something that I need to do? So here I'm going to be taking out all the little decorations and stuff inside my pockets. I have no idea if there's anything hidden within these pockets. And oh, I've been looking for these dot stickers. Okay, so I guess it's good to routinely clean out your pockets and your covers. I don't know, it's kind of a bittersweet feeling moving out of this notebook. I wrote in it pretty much daily, and I spent so much time in here, and it's only been 6 months, but I don't know, I grew to like the habit of writing in here every day, and I really wanted to finish this notebook. I was excited to have a full year in one, but it was my fault for decorating inside. I should have been more mindful about it. Then again, I also enjoy having a fresh start in the middle of the year. So I'm going to do the same thing and add some monthly tabs to this. I ordered some prettier ones, but I have no idea when they're gonna arrive. So I'll just save those for next year and use up the Traveler's Company ones I have anyway. They work very well for me and they match the cover anyway. For the front, I'm going to add a handmade paper that has some orange florals to it that I feel kind of go with the green, just to keep it consistent. I used a very light tape runner on just the 4 corners. That way I can remove it if I want to, but I don't think I will. I'm going to keep it very similar to my previous cover with the date and the book and a little pressed flower, just to keep it cohesive with the other one. I'm going to also be adding a Midori plastic cover to protect it and have an option to just take this notebook only if I'm going somewhere and want to journal on the go, and not take the bulkier cover with me. And I also don't want to ruin it. It's so pretty. Here I'm just adding a little cover page, one of many, and this specific sticker says a place full of memories for me, and I like that because this Hobonichi cousin is for me. Here I'm going to, I don't like the monkey. I think it's the ugliest thing. I'm sure some other people love the monkey, but it's just not for me. So I'm gonna cover all that up and use a very peaceful window scene and just put the year 23 and in between because it rhymes. I plan on using the year at a glance as an index for sure. I want to mark down happy days, like if I went to the water park with my family and it's filled with photos or something, I'll probably just mark down water park day or anything that I want to quickly find in the notebook and just look back on something. For my July page, I'm going to totally keep this coastal. I adore these Mindwave landscape stickers. They look like my home. They have the little lighthouse and the beach and those little sailboats. I adore these stickers, and I definitely want to keep this nice and beachy and summery. Very coastal, like home. And sticking to a similar theme for the first week, I'm going to use another sea landscape, and I'm going to add this girl with some yellow just to add a different color into this blue palette. I want to give myself tons of space and just add some little details here and there. I really love these weekly pages, and I found them so helpful to kind of keep me in check on what I have to be doing throughout the week. For the I'm not sure if these are called cover pages, but for the cover pages, I usually add a little bucket list of things I would like to do for the month, and I will usually write a recap and fill it up with pictures. I'm only going to decorate these 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, and I will do the rest of the week on my next video. And for this first one, I want to use up some of these MU transfer stickers until I decide exactly how I'm going to be doing my mini collages. So here's a final flip through of my Hobonichi cousin setup for the second half of the year. Here I just put back the same decorations and moved it around a little bit. I have this cute postcard from a dear friend and this peaceful little quote. I like how the first pages are just super calm and peaceful. It just reminds me of the summer. I recently started going to the beach for our daily sunsets, and there's just so much peace looking at the ocean, and I definitely take it for granted living here. I always say I want to move somewhere else, but realistically, this place is it. This is home. And again, here's that little cover page. I wanted it pink and blue just to add some extra color and keep these first couple pages consistent. And I will decorate the rest of them next weekend. Anyways, thank you for watching my Hobonichi cousin setup for the second half of the year. If you did like this video, consider subscribing and hitting that like button so I can know to continue creating more of these for you. And I will see you in the next one.